Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing part 2 of the Goths Across Time, The Sims 4 edition of this. So here's Bella Goth. I'm focusing on her for a second. She was up in Alexander's attic room, but it looks like she's on her way down. I'm loving this outfit, by the way. Very adorable. If you see her smelling, it's
Ooh,
from
hey,
the
Fred.
Bust the Dust kit. They like having a clean room.
Huh.
But Bella, I think, needs to adopt a cat. She is very friendly. She loves people. She loves animals. And I just feel like she should have her own pet. In The Sims 1, if you did watch that video, which I'll link in the description below, she loved all the stray cats that came by to play with her in the front of her house. And so I think it makes sense for her to have a cat. Alexander seems to be really feeling the video games that he's playing on his phone there in the bathroom. So I'm going to go ahead and let him like video games as one of his
Marik Postma?
activities that he's really interested
Rafa.
in.
Oh,
So
Tinkla.
Cassandra came up to us and she's like, I want to be an adult now. I feel like I'm old enough that I should be allowed to go wherever I want and do whatever I please. And Bella's like, yeah, I love you, babe, but you're still my kid. Don't grow up too quick. Maybe Cassandra's having sort of a crisis because she's almost 18 now, and she's just feeling like a little rebellious and a little ready to be an adult and kind of spread her wings. So Bella did start the adoption process. I believe an adoption evaluation takes place, so someone's going to come by and let her meet Oreo, and she'll get to interact with the cat a little bit before they formally adopt. In the meantime, I'm going to have Mortimer interact with his wife. They really don't have a lot of time together. I think it's hard running a household with kids and both of them working. In The Sims 1, Bella didn't work, so she was always home.
Ooh.
There's the adoption evaluator. Seems like he's hanging out in
She.
Cassandra's room. We'll go talk to him in a minute. Mortimer just wants to
Pitchfork.
help his wife relax after such a long day. So Mortimer is definitely has the lover personality archetype, and this is a mod. This is not a part of the Sims 4 base game.
Torky.
So he
Shook
really
Zoo.
wants to be around his wife, really likes his
Sneakles
wife,
Garandi.
wants to spend time
Tinchip
with her,
Bronza. Papa.
which is pretty consistent even with The Sims 1. He loves to flirt and just kind of
Haha.
make her feel good.
Sturm
They
Garshatharg.
need to kind of wrap it up
Tharg.
though before the
Sud
adoption
Sud.
evaluator leaves. But I don't want to cut them off when they're having such a
Ooh.
great
Shiwa.
conversation. So as you see, Mortimer's in a really
Oh,
flirty
Nelly.
mood. He really loves being
Lesson,
around
eh?
Bella, and he's
Oh.
really feeling those white pants she got
Harzina
on.
Kamare.
He wants to interact with
Yep.
her and do things with her.
Oh.
So I'm
Kismoy.
going to let them do that for
No,
a
but
little
mod.
while longer.
Ninja Fibna. Pasana Diola. Oh, Shubirao. Monea. Flynn Favantu. Baringo.
Oh. Why, bah.
Halflin Wadida.
So after flirting for a few minutes, and it looks like they've got their little kisses in and they're having a
Hapswaz
great time, I'm
Nipatani.
going to have Bella
Lakenza
go ahead and
Snipsh.
talk to the
Nushi.
adoption agent. I don't want him to leave. I think he's been here for a little while, and we haven't talked to him or Oreo yet.
Dag.
Finby.
I haven't adopted a pet
Kebitzer.
in The Sims
Ah,
4 in a long
Flynn.
time, so I kind of forgot what the
Flynny.
process is. I
No.
believe we're
Don't be
supposed to
like
interact
me.
with the cat, and then if we
Floy
like the
Macharno?
pet, then we can
Hey,
pay the $200
boo.
adoption fee. If not, then he'll just take the
Yapsani.
cat
Fibit
away from
Cliffa.
us. So they're not part of the household yet. The pet won't show up until we formally adopt. I'm spending a little bit of time here with him, but he doesn't seem interested in talking to us. Maybe he's, just gonna do his job and go. I'm gonna take a break talking to him. Maybe we can go look for the cat really
No.
quick.
Oh.
Um, Bella actually started to go to bed, and I was like, well, she hasn't actually met the cat yet. So hopefully, oh, there he is. Okay, so this is Oreo. We're gonna do a very friendly
Yamabala
introduction. Bella, like I
Z.
said, loves pets. She loves people. But it doesn't seem like Oreo is super thrilled to meet us. We have a negative interaction from that, just from a friendly introduction. Maybe we should have done a cautious introduction. So I'm gonna try to be friendly, try to talk to the cat, have Bella, play with Oreo and see if that, kind of increases their relationship here. So we did learn that Oreo is clever. I think Oreo ran off. Maybe we scared him away? I don't know. He's not in the box. So I'm not sure if maybe he just went to a different room. What? But Bella's ready to go back to bed then. She's kind of confused. I'll look around a little bit, but I don't... Oh, it looks like maybe they're leaving. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, so that's kind of reasonable that they would be heading out. Yeah, so he's leaving. The appointment has ended. It doesn't look like we really bonded super well with Oreo. And maybe we'll have to try that again earlier in the day where we can have more time. I'm going to send all of the Goths to bed. I didn't realize Alexander had a barista job, so he's going to be a little bit tired. He didn't go to bed early enough, but everyone else should be well rested. Okay, let me get him to work ASAP. And I also have school this morning, so a little bit different than The Sims 1 and 2. There's no carpool for school. Child and teenage Sims just kind of walk off the lot at the allotted time, so usually leave right at 8 a.m. Bella also has something to do this morning. She has her first gig that we selected as a part of the Home Dream Decorator career. So she's going to be renovating the Pancakes residence. She's doing a room level renovation, so we'll pick whatever room we want and we'll renovate it hopefully to their liking. So I have everyone getting up and kind of getting ready and eating because I know they all have a full day. So Mortimer's going to his support technician job, the kids are going to school, and Bella's going to her gig, if I can get them moving. Cassandra is cooking. It's definitely a little bit messy. She's still learning. She's only, I think, level 1 of the cooking skill. Probably going to take her some time to be, like, proficient. It looks like she's making some sort of eggs. If she's making eggs. I've never made eggs like that before. So Bella just made cereal. She made a quick snack because she was not going to be able to wait. Because they're cutting it kind of close on time. So they're supposed to be leaving by 8. And it's already almost 8. I think Bella leaves at 9 for her gig. So she'll have an extra hour. The kids probably won't get to eat the full breakfast. But I'm proud of Cassandra no matter what. She's really taken over the family role. With her scrambled eggs, toast, and breakfast. I'm trying to have everyone grab it really quick. Because everyone's kind of hungry. You can pack a sack lunch from this. So they can take lunch to go. But I don't think I want to take it to go. I don't know how often they actually eat that. And Bella can eat at her gig. So I don't know if it's a glitch or just a part of how it was framed, but you can interact in the home that you're renovating once you send the clients away, and you can do whatever you want in their house. So she could cook a meal if she was just really hungry. So the kids are done eating. They kind of jammed down breakfast, or at least Bella did. And kudos to her for doing dishes before she leaves. So then Mortimer and Bella get a few minutes to themselves to just kind of enjoy, some time together. And they get to talk. As you see, their relationship's pretty high. They have a lot of romance between the two of them, but they're even really high on the friendship, the green bar at the top there. They have a good relationship. They've been married for a long time. The Sims 4, like I said, doesn't fit into the lore, so we don't know how long after The Sims 1, 2, and 3 that the 4 is supposed to take place. It's more of an alternate universe. But given the fact that Cassandra's almost an adult now, and in The Sims 1 she was a child, and there was no teenage stage back then, I have to assume maybe this was 10 years later, so maybe she was 8, 9 when The Sims 1 took place, and now she's almost 18. So that's a pretty good chunk of time. So here's Bella. She made it to the Pancakes residence. She lets herself in once knocking on the door. They must all be upstairs. There we go. So there's Bob Pancakes. He's one of our clients. And then Eliza, who's walking up the stairs, there is our other client. So anyone child-aged or up is considered a client. And so I have to talk to them, interact with them, get to know their likes, their dislikes, favorite colors, taste and decor, because that's going to influence the gig. So let's talk to Bob. We're doing a respectful introduction. And then we'll talk to Liza. I like that Bella came to work in a flirty mood. Another mod there is that she and Mortimer must have talked about how many years together they've been married, because she has like that kind of flirty mood from talking about her marriage. Hopefully it doesn't rub off on the clients, because we're kind of here to do a professional gig. So Bob's showing her kind of his inspiration. He likes like red couches, so that's really interesting. We learned something new about Bob. Let's see if we can learn anything new about Liza. We learned that Bob likes patio decor. So that's interesting. They didn't really have a patio. They had a porch, but not really a patio here. Maybe they have a backyard that I could renovate. So let's talk to Bob and Liza some more. I want to see if they can tell me anything else. Sometimes these gigs can be a little bit difficult because we'll get random likes and dislikes that don't always fit into any specific room. Like, for example, he dislikes whatever that is. I don't know if that's going to be helpful to our situation, but we can chat him up some more. Promise him a successful renovation. Get him, hopeful and inspired into us. Let's see if she has anything that she can tell us. Now, I like that Bob and Liza seem so flirty and sweet here, because normally with the lore, it's like Bob and Liza hate each other or have like a weird marriage. So Liza's showing us her inspirations. That seems pretty good. Okay, so we have all three filled in. We have 2 likes and 1 dislike. I've learned from playing other households that this isn't the end. Yes, I could go off of this information that we gathered, but you can still ask questions. So even though they've already told me their likes and dislikes and showed me their inspirations, I can still ask Eliza and Bob about their favorite colors and about their types of decor. And they'll still answer it. It won't come up in that job tab. It'll come up as a notification. So see, Bob doesn't like suburban contemporary. He likes patio, and he likes Queen Anne. And Eliza told us she likes the color yellow. So now I have a little bit more to go off of, because the like and dislike panel in the job tab only shows me 3 things. But there's more than 3 things that they like and dislike in general. So I'm going to send them away. It seems like they gave me a pretty good idea of what we're working with. And I think I want to redo their bedroom. I've never seen a bedroom like this. They have a crate for an end table. They have this random piece of like workout equipment. They have a small little desk shoved in there. It just doesn't seem like a good fit. So like I said, we have the facts of what they like or dislike, in addition to what's in the job tab. So let's get to work. I'm going to have her take the before pictures. So you get to take up to 5 before pictures. If you want to zoom in or walk around the room while you're in this mode, you can use the WASD keys. So you can have a better idea of the room. I want to get pictures of every angle. I'm going to redo the whole thing. Like all these posters and weird things that they have in here. It's kind of like they made this room a collage of things. It's like, well, that doesn't really fit. So I'm going to speed it up here. But basically, I'm going to gut the room, take away all the lights, all the furniture, all the fixtures. I'm going to select the furniture that they've already told me they like, only the 2 that they told me they like, to avoid accidentally throwing in the one they don't like. And I'm going to try to filter things in yellow, since she made a point to say that yellow was her favorite color, and Bob just didn't mention a favorite color. So I'm, as you see here, pulling everything off and trying to give it a weird feel. So I personally don't like this type of furniture. I would never pick the Queen Anne decor, but that's what they like, so I'm trying to stick true to what they're interested in. And brighten it up a little bit. Their bedroom was kind of drab. I didn't care for, the things that they had in the room. I don't think you should have fitness equipment in your bedroom. Or electronics, honestly. It's a personal choice. I feel like it makes bedrooms really hot. So I'm going to pick very fancy wallpaper, everything to fit this theme. Kind of give it a different feel. I might actually change that door. It's kind of a weird door. So let's see if we can move some stuff around. Give it some feel. Make it fancy. This is their bedroom. This is their throne here. So this is the room now after the renovations. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the after pictures so I can make the collage of the before and after. So I'm going to take 5, you can take up to 5 photos. There's no less to take photos of this time because I didn't add back a desk, a dresser. I made it more of a bedroom and less of like a guest room. So now that I'm done with all of the pictures, I'm going to go ahead and call them back. So hopefully they like what I've done. I know it's different. I get to pick which pictures to do before and after reveals. I'm only going to pick 3 because not everything changed in the room. Like I said, I didn't change everything one for one. So we'll see what they think. I have been hit and miss with these renovations. Sometimes the clients really like them, even though I think that they're ugly, and then sometimes I think I did a great job, and the clients are like not happy with me. So we'll see. Bella's heading down to go meet them at the doors because they should be coming right back. I called them back to the lot so we can go over the results. So hopefully they're ready. It is interesting. I thought the Pancakes family had a toddler, but I guess not. I don't see anybody in the house that would be that size. So when they first come back to the lot, we have to reveal the renovations to them. So Bella's showing them, okay, here's your house, come on. And they're ready to go. So they're going to cover their eyes, and they're heading up the stairs, which they have a lot of stairs in their house. And so Bella's going to show them to the room, which is where we did the renovation. I didn't mess with any of the room in the house. And it's like, okay, ta-da! Grand showing. It triggers the reveal pictures, which it definitely looks different. It was very dark and very drab. Now it's very light and very yellow and bright. It is inviting. I think it's a warm room. Now I didn't change the patio or anything like that for them. So they should like it. You know, that's what we've done. So as a part of the reveal, we have some specific activities to do. Bella needs to show off objects, talk with the clients, and ask them for their final verdict. I'm going to go ahead and have her show off some of the bigger pieces of furniture in the house. They're going to wander around and look on their own when they're done smooching. We'll see. You know, they seem pretty in a good mood. But let's highlight the things that are important. So let's look at the bed. They have a brand new queen-size bed. A brand new dresser, because they didn't have a dresser before. They had a bookcase on this wall. And then they had a brand new end table. And then we could chat a little bit just to get to know them. They can still be friends. How are their days? How was work? You know, even though I'm assuming they didn't work today. So Eliza doesn't work. Very interesting. Good to know. That's why I thought she really had a toddler. Or maybe she doesn't. And we'll talk to Bob. Okay, so we've done our chats. They're really excited to interact with each other, which is interesting. So they need some more time to look around. So the option to ask for their final verdict is grayed out. So I guess they aren't done looking around. Maybe I can point out some more furniture to them. There's not a whole lot to show them. It's not that big of a room. We'll see if we can show off a few more things, kind of grab their attention. So while Bella is doing her job, she's really thinking about Mortimer. There are times like this where Bella just feels so grateful to be married to Mortimer. She just loves that undying adoration that he gives her. And so it's sweet that even while she's working, she's always thinking of her family. And she has whims about meeting pets and being happy. Bella's a good sim, a friendly sim. You know, it seems like Eliza really appreciates all of her kindness and hard work, which didn't actually take that long. From the time she arrived, it was about 9 a.m. to now. She's only been there for about 6 hours. And that was getting all the furniture out, getting all the curtains up. Like, if it was real life decorating, I think it would take longer. But let's see. It looks like one of them is finally ready to give us their opinion. All right, Bob. And Bob is crying tears of joy. Okay, Bob. Seems like he's really excited. It warms his heart that the room looks so great. He didn't expect the bedroom to turn out that well. Just like, okay, awesome. I don't know where Eliza went. Hopefully she feels the same way. Oh, no, she doesn't know how she feels yet. She said, this is a lot to take in. I'm ready to talk about the changes. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. She's really excited. Her heart is also swelling. She's so thrilled, super enthusiastic. They're grateful for calling her, and that's where we are. So thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you're interested in the part 3. If not, I might start another series.